Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss features of Pakistani English. Introduction. Pakistani English is the group of English language varieties spoken and written in Pakistan. As you know, that is a non-native variety of English language, and the native variety of English, that is American and British English. In non-native variety of English, we can discuss the four non-native varieties of Pakistani English. First one is Anglicized English. Variety A. Anglicized English mean that is related to the native like competence, that is also called the standard form of the English. And acrolect variety B is known as standard form, that is less prestigious as compared to the Anglicized. Anglicized English is related to the native like competence, and acrolect is related to the standard form of English. And third variety is Mesolect variety C. Mesolect, that is the intermediate variety, that is the midway between Acrolect and Basilect. Basilect variety D, that is related to the Creole, or Basilect is a less prestigious dialect. Means in this variety there are many words of Pakistani languages that is add in Basilect, or the non-native variety of English. There are many key features that are involved in Pakistani English. First one is phonological and phonetic features. Second one is morphological and syntactic features. Third one is lexical and semantic features. In this video, I will discuss first feature, phonological and phonetic features. Okay, segmental features of Anglicized Pakistani English. First one is the dental fricatives tha and da are replaced by the and da. Second one, the consonant pa, ta, ka are not aspirated. Word initially mean when we produce the pa, ta, ka sound are not aspirated in Pakistani English or at the beginning of stress syllable. Third segmental features, that is alveolar stops, ta and da, are replaced by retroflex stops. Alveolar related to the sound that is produced from the tip of the tongue and behind our teeth, and the retroflex is related to the sound that is produced from the hard palate. Means Pakistani speakers speak ta and da with the help of the tongue and the hard palate. Fourth key features is the diphthongs of RP are replaced by monophthongs. Meaning in Pakistani English, Pakistani speakers replaced diphthongs into the monophthong. RP is related to the received pronunciation of by UK. Means we replaced UK diphthongs into the monophthongs. As you can see in the example, O and A are replaced by the monophthongs. Their L is not velarized in position where it is in RP. Means in Pakistani English, the sound of la that is related to the velum, that is not in position as compared to the RP. Sixth key feature, that is there is no intrusive R between two vowel sound, two vowel words. As you can see in the example, the idea is when Pakistani speakers speak, he or she will not speak the sound R, that is known as intrusive sound between the two different vowels word. Idea means A and I, that will produce the R sound that is not produced by the Pakistani speaker. Non-segmental features is related to the feature that cannot be divided into the segments. First one is deviation from RP comes from prosodic transfer from L1, means the system of accent that is different from RP, and Pakistani English deviate from RP rules. Second segment, non-segmental feature, that is most of the South Asian languages are syllable time. Syllable time means that focus on the words, the pronunciation, the rhythm, and the rise and fall of the language. Whereas the English is stress time, means it focus on the meaning of the words. There are minor differences in the rhythm and stress pattern, means there is minor difference from the native language. The intonation of Pakistani speakers of English is also different. Intonation means rise and fall of the language, that is different because of the Pakistani culture and the different dialect and sociolect from that of the RP speakers. Variety B, the acrolect segmental features. Variety B is related to the acrolect, and acrolect is the standard form of the language. In addition to all the features noted for variety A speakers, means all the features that we have noted, that is also discussed, that is also present in variety B speakers. The following features are also found in this variety. Pashto speakers substitute ta for tha in think, means they substitute ta because of the glottal fricative ha. It tends to be pronounced as a vowel, means they pronounce ha sound as a vowel sound. RP vowels are sometimes replaced by a. Horse and cot may be pronounced as horse and cat. Cot. You can see the pronunciation, RP pronunciation of the words. Third key is segmental features. V and W are generally not distinguished. Meaning in Pakistani English, van, for example, and watch are not generally distinguished. R may be pronounced only pre-vocally. Spelling influences the pronunciation more. For example, gigolo and gigolo. That is different in Pakistani English and in RP. Variety B, the acrolect non-segmental features. First one is the stress distribution and points of juncture, mean joining point, are not always the same as in received pronunciation. In Pakistani English has different stress distribution and point of joining. Stress placement may be different. Primary stress is depicted by bold letters. When we talk about RP, that is used or that will speak America, mean the stress will be on ME, America. When we talk about Pakistani English, they will say America. Our stress will be on the last of the syllable. As in received pronunciation, nouns and verbs may not be marked by stress. As you can see, noun and verb may be marked differently in RP, but in Pakistani English, both are the same object. But in RP, that is object, that is for use for the noun. When we talk about the verb, that is object, means focus on the stress will be on the last syllable. The stress pattern for compound nouns, which should be primary or tertiary, is replaced by the stress pattern for free noun and noun combination. Means the stress pattern that is different from the RP. For example, secondary or primary stress patterns. Variety C, the mesolect. Mesolect is the intermediate variety, that is the link or the midway between acrolect and bacillect. Segmental features. In addition to all features noted for the variety B speakers, the following features are also found in this variety, means that we have that all the features that we have discussed variety B is also included in variety C. But these are some extra and the other features that we'll discuss in the following. RP vowels are generally replaced by a sound, means O and E vowel sounds are replaced. R is pronounced wherever it occurs, means in variety C, when we talk about Pakistani English, that we pronounced in variety C, in the mesolect, we will pronounce it as car. We will pronounce R as well when we talk about variety C. Many words are pronounced as spelled, means when we write elite, that is elite. So we will write it as the same way that we will pronounce it. Epenthetic vowels. Epenthetic vowels is E and A sound, means school or school, that E and Sa sound are introduced in some consonant cluster. For example, school. As you can see, uh, first vowel is the epenthetic vowel. School and sakul, that is a sound in sakul, that is epenthetic vowel. Pashto speakers don't pronounce V in the word final position. For example, love, that will pronounce low. Pashto does not have fa sound, hence Pashto speakers of this variety of English sometimes substitute pa in its place. Instead of feel, they will pronounce it as a feel. However, since all other Pakistani languages do have pa sound. Non-segmental features of variety C, apart from those noted in variety B, means all the non-segmental features of variety B is also included in C. The following ones are also found. First one, the stress distribution and point of juncture are different, as we have discussed earlier in variety B from RB. There is no reduction of unstressed syllable function and function verbs. Auxiliary verbs written as contradictions are also stressed. In Pakistani English, we can see in the examples that have the different stress. Oxford, that is the different pronunciation in RP, and the next one is the Pakistani English pronunciation of. In a cup of tea, when we talk about of, that is pronounced differently, and in Pakistani English is pronounced that unstressed syllable, and it used different stressed syllable as well. Invent to school, invent to school, that is different pronunciation as well. Variety D, that is related to the basilect. The pronunciation of basilectal speakers in most influenced from L1 because of the less prestige language or the variety that is influenced from L1. Maybe that is Urdu, Punjabi, that is different L1. Thus, all the features of variety C, even stigmatized ones which mesolectal speakers avoid, are used by these speakers. For example, the Basilect speaker mostly use a penthetic vowel. As I have discussed earlier, they will use E and S sound or vowels is used in form in word final consonantal clusters. For example, film, as they will pronounce, mean the basilectal speakers pronounce film. Form, forum. Park, park. They will pronounce differently. They will use a penthetic vowel, E and I sound. Conclusion. This description of the phonological and phonetic features of English as spoken in Pakistan shows how distinctive patterns are to be found in this variety of English. It shows that Pakistani English is non-native and that is not a true or native-like competence in this language. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.